Meet her and know you beheld beauty by Rifat Tur. Her face had turned pale and her eyes drawn in, owing to the pain, but her lips were still offering their wealth of a smile. I have a great pain in my side. Everything seems hazy. The nurse Shella was crying bitterly. Dr. Jatoi reprimanded her, saying, a nurse should not be so emotional about her patients. This is against professionalism. But, sir, she has reminded me of the Holy Mother whose son, in the prime days of his youth, lay senseless and soulless in her lap. Dr. Jatoi further unnerved the already anxious nurse by saying, nonsense. Please don't let your imagination run away with you and go and see if the specialists have gathered in the conference room. This case has become a challenge for us. This woman's illness has not been diagnosed yet. Above all, there is an unending bombardment of phone calls for her. She seems to be a VIP. Pull yourself together. No more sentimentality. All the senior doctors sat helplessly, unable to reach a conclusion. Reports of all the tests from the various laboratories lay in front of them. All the doctors looked stressed. The reports were circulated amongst them. The more they concentrated on them, the more confused they became. Medical Superintendent Dr. Jatoi raised his head, heaved a deep sigh, and cast a glance at the team of doctors sitting in a circle. Has someone reached a conclusion? Dr. Sumaira Chaudhry responded. It is a strange puzzle, sir. It seems as if her whole system is affected. Dr. Naqvi said, the cause for alarm is that it seems that all the parts of her body are reacting in opposite ways. If we prescribe treatment for one part, another part reacts negatively. No one knows what kind of mysterious disease she is suffering from. Almost 28 days have passed, but there is no sign of improvement. The more treatment we give, the more her condition worsens. It seemed as though Dr. Maiman would start weeping as he said those words. But Dr. Khan's face reddened. The whole blame lies with us. It is we who are unable to unravel the complexity. Either our capabilities have failed or our motives are lacking in sincerity. And so the whole situation is getting out of our control. I don't understand why this is a mystery in this age of science, he said, looking angrily at Dr. Naqvi. Dr. Naqvi, while fidgeting restlessly, said, where there is a dishonesty in motive, magic is used to wreak havoc. Dr. Jatoi, seeing the situation spinning out of control, reacted. Look, don't fight among yourselves. If you go on in this way, I shall have to think of changing my team. We cannot play with her life. Dr. Maiman at once spread his hands. Look, brother, I have started having feelings of affection for her. I think you all must have such feelings for her too. All the doctors simultaneously said, sure, sure. We cannot think of abandoning her. We shall do whatever is needed for her. A journalist standing at the door overheard all this and took notes of the story. Suddenly the door was opened and he almost bumped into Dr. Jatoi. All the doctors were dumbstruck. There was a crowd of journalists, cameramen, workers of TV channels, and citizens speaking various languages. There were bouquets of flowers, garlands, rosaries, prayers, vows, etc. Dr. Jatoi shouted, how did you get here? Where is the staff of the hospital? Please leave, leave. This is a hospital, not a television studio. Staff, nurse, what is all this? Some members of staff were standing there with their feelings reflected on their faces. A nurse mustered up her courage and said, sir, news about the patient has spread throughout the city through the other patients. What do you mean? Sir, every person is impressed and inspired by the courage of this woman. She is so severely ill. All of her body is affected. No part of her body is cooperating with the other parts of her body. We all find ourselves unable to think of anything else except what will become of her. But she herself is so courageous. She neither cries nor complains. Whenever we inquire about after her health, she says with smile on her lips, I am all right, thank you. But the truth is that she is not all right. She is in a miserable condition. Oh God, please save her and heal her. One doctor said, sir, this is true. You know that she has exhibited such patience during each of the operations we have done on her. Even we had lost hope in the previous operation. But, yes, I also agree with all of you. The fact that she has survived till now is nothing less than a miracle. She has even become an unprecedented role model of courage and endurance for us. Suddenly, a famous anchor person made his way through the crowd and reached the doctors. What is this news creating a tumult throughout the city? What wonder is this woman that you all find yourself her devotees? Meet her and tell us if you have seen someone more beautiful. Dr. Raisani said with a smile on his face. No sooner did the anchor person see the patient that he was startled. The tried woman lying on the bed fixed her inebriated eyes upon him. Despite the pain, she had an extremely affectionate smile on her face. Madam, may I know your name? The sound of a melodious voice blessed the listeners' ears. Mai Kolachi.